This is a mini tour of the pens I've been enjoying. Hope you enjoy it too. If you do, be sure to drop me a like and consider subscribing. I'd love to see you around here. I'm Helen. I'm going to show you some of my absolute favorites as a new artist. I have been a long time video content creator, but working on drawing, sketching, and watercolor is new to me. I also have quite a bit of experience embroidering at this point, but the world of writing and sketching, totally new to me. These are my absolute favorites, and I'm just going to show you what they are. Newest in my collection is this Pentel brush sign pen, and the reason I got this is because I'm also working on brush lettering, which, well, that's not it. Got some in here somewhere, but which requires something resembling a brush type pen because you use a thin upstroke and a thick downstroke. And the way that this pen works is that it is flexible. So you can do something thick like this, or you can do something very thin when you're going up. A lot of people also use the Tombow, but this was the pen that my book recommended, and I'm going with it. So they're thin. I'm not very good at brush lettering, you'll see, but this pen actually makes it easy to get those thin and thick lines. So this is the Pentel brush sign pen. It's very interesting to try and print with this pen. I got black. It's not a brush, it's actually like a piece of rubber or foam that resembles a brush. Very interesting. Never have I ever used a pen like this before. I like it. Next up, I really wanted a gray fineliner. This is warm gray Faber Castell's Pitt Artist Pen fineliner in the size 0.3. And for me, this is the perfect gray. Not too dark and not too light. This is the Pitt Artist Pen. Warm gray. This one I have a mixed relationship with. This is Sharpie's S Gel. It is water soluble, which surprised me because for some reason I thought that any Sharpie product was a permanent marker and thus waterproof, but this one is not. This gives a nice bold line. It's 0.7, but I feel like it reads thicker than that. You guys can be the judge. Nice when you want to make bold lines. Has that beautiful gel flow, but I don't like that it's water soluble. That's not what I want. The reason I don't want that is because I often use these with watercolor, so that means I have to wait till it's completely dry to use this afterward on top of it. That's how it looks. And this one is black. And this one was black too. Let's see. Yeah, I still have to keep practicing those brush strokes. Very heavy-handed indeed. So while I like this Sharpie S Gel, not ideal for my needs. I would still put it in one of my tops though. This for me is the unsung hero of my collection. It is simply the Uniball Deluxe Micro. This is an office pen with a roller ball tip, and it's waterproof. And even though it's 0.3, which theoretically is the same size as this one, I find that I can actually get pretty good variation in my line sizes. See, I feel like this is thinner than this, and that's fine. It's a Uniball Deluxe Micro. This is my favorite one to sketch with. I am often doing flowers, and I just really like the line that it gives me, and it can be kind of quite sketchy too, which surprised me for an office pen. So don't overlook your humble office supplies. Forgot to bring this one out. This is my all-time favorite all-around pen, not really for art, but just for writing and stuff like that. The flow is really nice on this. It is the Frixion pen, a Pilot Frixion pen in the 07 size. Let's give that a try. Oh. Oh, okay, it's coming. Let's just have a look at it though. Let's see. What I often have to do with these is actually open it up and see how much I have left. Okay, I have a good amount left. Am I the only one who does that? I don't know. It's got the clicker. I try not to click that too much because, yeah, I don't love the sound of the clicking. I know people do it as a nervous habit. I try not to. And of course, the amazing thing about this is that it erases, but I have to warn you, if you erase, beware of bringing it out in the cold again, because I had a friend, and this is a true story. I didn't spell this right, so I'm going to erase that. She had done all these edits on a document, on an important document. She was the editor. So she had to erase some things, as you can imagine when you edit, and fix some things, and then she sent it by courier to the mail to wherever it was going off to, somewhere. But it was winter time in North America, so by the time it got to its destination, the parts she erased had reappeared. So that can happen. Because this erases with friction, that's why it's called a friction, or heat, in very cold temperatures, those erased marks can actually reappear. Faintly, but still legibly, they can reappear. So beware, buyer beware with this one. So these are my favorite pens now. If I had to pick only one. Okay, if I had to pick one for writing, it's this one for my everyday use. I almost always have one of these with me, like in my purse. For sketching, believe it or not, out of all the artist pens, this is my favorite one, this Uniball. I just think that the line quality is nice. It's black, but it's not so black. It's just perfect. And I think the jelly roll bears mentioning, because this is a gel pen, but it also takes the place of white gouache. If you're into watercolor, sometimes you need just a little bit of white. And let's say you're doing, I don't know, a bird's eye or something like that. You need that little glint for the highlight of the eye. Well, let's get something going here and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, let's use this. So I'm going to show you the jelly roll. Okay, let's say you have this. It's an eye. Okay, let's just say. There you go. There's the little highlight in the eye. One of many uses. So let's see how this writes. This is size 10, so it's a bold line. See, if pressing too hard, the secret with the jelly roll is to go gentle, then you'll get it more opaque. But if you're pressing too hard, it doesn't work well. Jelly roll in, which you're not going to see, but I'm writing in white there. It's that kind of finicky pen. You have to make sure it's capped really well among other little picadillos. Hope you enjoyed that. That's just a tiny selection of pens. I just didn't want you to feel overwhelmed and bring out like literally everything that I own. These are the ones I like the best. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.